Hi guys, Hasina here. I am doing a get ready with me. I'm gonna try to be more aware of my time and to be a little bit quicker. I've already prepped my skin and primed my skin. I'm trying this new way of doing it from the makeup artist Jordan Liberty. So he suggests, I usually always moisturize and prime and then do my makeup and everything, but he suggests for a better hold of makeup and to not ever bake anymore, to moisturize, use translucent powder, then setting spray, and then your primer. So I've done that. We'll see what it does. I won't really know. I'm not going anywhere. We're all dealing with similar circumstances, so we know we're really not going anywhere right now. So time to do brows. Today, my loves, I want to talk about presence. I also had to choose between doing this video and making everything more perfect behind me, and I chose a video. Also, you may see my babies because due to what's going on there, next level spoiled and just kind of doing what they want to do. I have a new light here and I'm adjusting. I have some like light sensitivity, and so this is different for me to have so much direct light. So we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I'll be in and out talking about what I'm using. I'm using Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and I'll be using Anastasia's brow gel. But the topic at hand is presence. I'm gonna be all over the place in terms of the conversation, in terms of what's going on in our world currently, and I make it a point to have the conversation be as direct and clear and honest and transparent as possible, while also making sure to not re-traumatize people. I do this to the best of my ability. I think sometimes I win, sometimes I lose, we'll see. But I do want to talk about some things. So let's get started. Presence, my loves. It is incredibly, incredibly, incredibly important to be present right now. And I understand why we would not be, because we have a lot going on. Things that have never happened to some of us and to most of us in our lifetime. Okay? So I understand that. That being said, it is incredibly important to remain present, because we'll lose time. We will lose time. And not in the way that we can, not in the sense of, if you're into that, or if you know about that, like jumping timelines and stuff. I don't mean it like that. I mean like you will lose time, like you will wake up and not know where it's gone. And if some of this doesn't make sense, kind of sit with it and let it reach you. It may and it may not, and I don't mean that in terms of like it's above you or something. I mean, let it reach your heart, let it reach your spirit. And it may and it may not. It may now and it may not, and it may be later and it may not. All are okay. This is just my current process of thinking. I bring this up because a joke that we constantly say, that you constantly hear, is how come when we think of the 90s, we think of it like it's 10 years ago. But it's 30. If you start from 1990, It is 30. And there's a reason for that I think we never talk about. I think Brene Brown talks about it a little bit. And that was, there's a part of us that was traumatized in 2001 due to those events. And we've never, and I mean it as a collective, we've all individually, it was a horrible situation, horrible thing to happen. And we've all collectively, we've all individually dealt with the repercussions of that. But we maybe haven't collectively. This is not to be, this is going to sound controversial. It is not in my intention. It's just something to scratch at and think about. You know, it was like we were constantly in trauma. And we never kind of like left that, you know. I can remember feeling like traumatized and sad. And to the point where, you know, you were in a funk and you just couldn't even remember what happened to your life. And so while you're having those moments, life is still moving on. To the point where, like, I remember, like, Giuliani was supposed to be like our greatest hero. We were so proud of him. And how he handled things was well, but he's a very controversial figure. We had a lot, being from New York, there were a lot of feelings there prior to that. That being said, it felt like I woke up one day and Bloomberg was mayor. And I always vote. But I don't have any recollection of it. I know it was happening. I'm just talking about like the feeling. I had no recollection of even hearing about that man. And it was just like one day, he was mayor. And okay, that's fine. That happens. Not fine, but that happens. And then he's there for like 12 years. Weird. Didn't love him. A lot of crappy shit that happened. But that's neither here nor there. That's past. My point is not having a recollection. That, my friends, ain't great. And it is important that we stay present in these times. And not just because of what may ever happen politically, but because you're here. And the thing about being here is your body can be here, but you are not. Your mind can be here, but your body is not. And as someone who has dealt with anxiety, someone who hasn't dealt with anxiety, it might be hard to really get a grasp of that concept. Sometimes you can be present and just feel kind of like on autopilot, you know? Like if you're not feeling present, you can just be on autopilot. You go to work, you live your life, but it could just be like the Bill Murray movie Groundhog Day, and you're living the same day over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And you won't notice. You won't notice, and then one day, when you do notice, you'll wake up one day and be like, it's 2030, how did that happen? And it's important to not just because of what's going on in current events, it's because just because it's your life. You should be here for it. So, as someone who deals with someone who's an HSP, someone who's highly intuitive, someone who deals with severe anxiety, among other things. I really hope that you take time to be in your body. I could tell you to meditate, and I really, really would love it if you did. But I know that doesn't resonate for everyone. Sidebar, using a very light color to shape my eyebrows. Sometimes I use it if I feel like I need to see what I'm doing better. Maybe I'm in a car and I'm doing it, or I'm dealing with a close-up light like this, because that way I don't have to be so close into the camera, and can just do my eyebrows without making it a big deal. And I'll just blend it in later. So yeah, I would love it if you meditate. Love it. There are so many apps. You can also find stuff on YouTube. You can always start with YouTube. You can always find something on YouTube. What I would say is, whatever you do, and even with any suggestion I give you, or anyone else does, any suggestion anyone else does, it's not about the push. It's not about winning. It's about the process, and it's about making sure that it matches who you are. I don't need you to meditate for me. I need you to meditate for you, because when you meditate for you, in the collective, it would ultimately help me. Another conversation, some other time. But, excuse me. It would be really important if you could do that. But like I said, it should match you. So if you want to try and you're like, I just can't do 10 minutes. Don't do 10 minutes. Do 5 minutes. And if 5 minutes feels too long, do 3. And if that feels too long, do 1. Because the point is to start. So if you're not doing it because you feel like you can't give the amount of time someone else told you, then you give it the amount of time that you can give it. And when you do it, you be there. So if a thought comes up, you don't co-sign the thought or follow the thought and say, look, I failed. You let the thought come up the same way a passing cloud does, and continue where you are. And where you are is just enough. That being said, what if meditation doesn't work for you? Can you go for a walk in silence? Then do that. Making sure to be socially distant. Can you dance in silence to something that speaks to your soul and makes you feel peaceful? Then do that. Can you listen to binaural beats? Another place you can go to YouTube for. Pick something for stress relief or calm or rest, and sit still. Then do that. The point is, we need you here. What can you do to be here? Then do that. Whatever you can do to be here, then do that. To be in your body, do that. If that means it's to just put your hand on your heart and feel your heartbeat, do that. But make sure you're doing this, and doing this daily. Okay? Because that's incredibly important. It's to check in with your body. Because your body takes on things that your mind may not be aware of, and vice versa. So vice versa. That means news and social media. I know we need it. I know we need it. I know we think we need it. I know I sometimes think I need it. There's a way to need it and a way to use it that can work. How we do doesn't always work. In which ways can you use it and not harm yourself? Can you give yourself breaks? Can you put on a timer when you go on and look at it? Those are the questions. Those are the questions to ask yourself. Because that's important. It is very, very important, because you know what happens? Things move simultaneously, too slowly and too fast. That's the beauty and the weirdness of time. Things move too fast and too slowly. New brush. And see how I feel about it. If I need another pump. Maybe. What do we think? Maybe a speck, not a full pump. Things move too fast and too slowly. Ooh. Wig in my makeup, wig in my makeup, wig in my makeup. And that's the trouble. I think I don't like this brush that much. First time using it, maybe the last time. And I say that it moves too fast and too slowly because sometimes, and this is an incredibly serious thing that's happening right now. So I hope that there's in no way a feeling that I'm downplaying it. I'm not in any way. I do think that if you need it, you can get your fear and stress someplace else. Here, we're gonna deal with it because it's here and it's nothing we can do, but we can be calm while it's here if we can, to the best that we can. So I don't want you to feel like maybe I'm downplaying anything. I hope not. And if you feel that way, that's okay too. I don't want, that maybe this is not the video for you. I don't want you to, maybe you need to come back another day and check it out. I don't want you to feel like your feelings are not real. I just want you to know that this is a place that you can come to and have and it be soft. Okay. So like I said, sometimes we want to the time is very long and very short. And sometimes when we're in the thing, because it feels terrible, we want to get so fast out of the thing. But we get out of the thing so fast, we don't get to see or actually feel its impact. And this is a time where we should, be as present as possible. So that we can learn from this. We can really feel the impact, feel what it was supposed to teach us. Because I think sometimes that gets missed. This light is a little confusing to me. I feel like I would color correct with something darker, but this light is making me feel like this is more appropriate. We shall see. Yeah, I think I'm going to be repeating myself because really that's the main message. The message is to find out ways we can be in our body. And the internet, social media, the news can very, very quickly take you out of your body. And so it's very important that we monitor what we're watching. We get just enough that is food. That is food. And once it starts feeling like poison, get out. Get out. It's tough. It's tough to navigate and know for certain when it's food. And that's just practice. That's just practice. And you won't know until you start to practice. You just won't. I don't know if this light is a good thing or a bad thing, because it is making me feel like I'm blending really well, and I feel like that's a lie. But yeah, I do think even like I'm not afraid of conspiracy theories at all. Sometimes I'm into them. But I'm into them sometimes because I do feel like I'm highly intuitive, and my bullshit meter is super, super strong. So even if like every single day you told me the right shit, and I was like, man, this person is on. They know everything that's going on. When one day my chest goes, I'm like, no. Hit me with the bullshit today, and I'm good. So, you can do that too. It's not it's a gift, but it's a trainable gift. Everybody has intuition, but we're trained to not listen to it, Not shabby at all. Yeah, but we're trained out of listening. Everything tells us to not listen, and this is a time, maybe more than others, where we really, really, really should be listening. Yeah, this light is giving me a lie, because I would never feel like I have this much coverage. So guess what? I'm not going to believe it. I'm going to do the full coverage I would typically do. So yeah, because Cena has very, very late 30 under eyes, so she will not let this light lie to her. Nope. So I think cut off for a second. Get in your bodies. Dance. Breathe. Take time to breathe. Nice deep breaths. Make an appointment just for breathing. Just for breathing. It's incredibly important. I was gonna do, let's see, am I gonna move a little faster and I can get more done? We'll see. We'll see. Because sometimes I be lying to myself. Yeah, we're at that stage where we gotta give myself a little bit more of a jawline. Full, I don't know, is it transparency or kind of a joke? I kind of am ready to shave my head, but Cena does not have the bone structure she used to have. Not making myself feel bad. It's just a reality. It's not a big deal. Not the biggest of deals. Anywho. But, yeah. Really, really use this time See what it can teach you. You know, I think something to think about, you know, everyone's disappointed in the behaviors of our current leaders, but their behavior was trash before. Wouldn't you feel more concerned or a little, I don't know, a little grossly thrown off if suddenly you got it together? But because I wouldn't believe it, because that would feel more like, even more like a performance. You know, all of a sudden you give a shit. Well, that doesn't make much sense now, does it? You didn't before. You know, but I like that. You know, if you show me you're a fucking liar, I don't look to you to give me anything else but that. Listen, this light is crazy, so if in this video you're like, yo, she looks crazy, understand I don't typically look crazy. I'm just trying to I like the way the light is hitting my face. I don't, but due to having like light sensitivity, I can't fully see if it's working out well. Okay, so don't try to hurt my feelings. Yeah, but back to the point. Like, that's the thing. I would love for us to stop being so fucking surprised that a confounded liar that has showed that they lack empathy and compassion for anyone but themselves is lacking compassion and empathy for anyone but themselves. How could we possibly be shocked? That's the thing. We're always like shocked. But what did my Andrew say? When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And stop thinking you're exempt. You're not. You never were. They just didn't get to you yet. It just didn't get to you yet. That's all it is. They did not get to you yet. I feel like this is not well blended. Hopefully I can save that. A teeny tiny brush. Yeah, gotta stop being surprised. Otherwise, we'll never like move. You know, we're always waiting on someone to do the right thing that shows that they don't do the right thing. And as we can see, I'm not moving much faster than usual. I wanted to. Oh, heater, please be quiet. There. Yeah. I love to let my concealers sit. I feel like you get more coverage, less sitting in the lines and the fine lines. Yeah. So I do that, and then I start with like a light pat from the brush, so I don't lose some of that color. Yeah, I just hope that y'all are taking time to love on your families, to love on yourselves, and allow that to take the place of constant fear. If it is here, there is nothing we can do to stop that, but we can be loving, and we can be calm, and we can be peaceful. And that's where our healing lies. That's where it lies. So, what are we going to do next? I think, yes, we are going to try a little. So, apparently you can do a little translucent powder. You may not even want to. I like it. I like more of a matte face. I don't really use dewy products. I don't really care for it. I like highlight. You know, maybe like a setting spray that's more dewy or something. So I am losing my phone power. It's saying my file isn't big enough. So let's see if I can get my eyes done. Pause it, come back, and show you what I've done. Right? Okay. Alright, love, so this is the final look. I definitely needed a lot more time. I like my wig. I don't know if I like the look. I don't know if it's a little too fakey. I haven't been wearing enough. It's not an amount you need to wear, but I haven't been really wearing much makeup. So I'm like aghast by my own look. But I enjoyed doing it. More importantly, I enjoyed chatting with you all. And I hope that it was really, really clear what I'm trying to say. Take advantage of this time to reconnect with yourself, get present in your body, meditate, mindfulness, whatever that means to you, so that you are present and you are here in the now, so that anything that comes your way can be addressed with complete clarity and groundedness, because that'll benefit you and the collective, because we are all one. And that's all I have to say. I thank you for spending this time with me. Next time, I'm going to keep trying to get faster at this, so I can at the very least either show you everything and be fast, or maybe just do them in parts. I don't know. But I think it's a fun way to connect. And I will talk to you all soon. Have a peaceful, comforting, present week. One love.